ready for creating our Google Sheets. This is the final product that we're hoping to achieve. What ours looks like so far is something like this. So the steps that we're going to do today is wrapping text. We're going to format the cells for numbers. We're going to add borders between the cells. We will shade cells for column headings. And then in the final video, I'll work with you on how to create a graph. So step one, wrapping text. I'm going to show you in cell D or row or column D. Notice that I have something that says drawing using a, but you can't see the rest of it because it doesn't fit into the space. So I'm going to highlight the entire column by clicking in the letter D. And then I'm going to go to this tool right here, the text wrapping tool, use the drop down, and I'll use that middle little selection called a wrap. And then you can see everything there. In C, I've done the same thing. So rather than do each of these individually, because I might want to go back and add some information later and make the title longer, I'm just going to tell them all right now that I would like the text wrap to be like that. All right. So if I added a lengthier title, it would wrap automatically. So after that, we are going to add borders between the cells. So it's a little easier to read the numbers. So I'm just going to highlight that information here. I'm going to go up to this tool right here that says borders, and I'm just going to select the first one here, borders between everything. And then if I wanted to, I could go make borders a different thickness and change the width of them. So some would stand out more than others, but instead of that, I am going to highlight my column headings here, and I'm going to fill them with a color. And I'll make it look kind of like my original. Well, maybe I'll choose blue. So there we go. And you should be able to figure out how to change the font and the size. Just maybe like that. And change it to be a different shade. Red. Perfect. Okay. In the date column, notice the format doesn't include the year. I intentionally left off the year so we could program this whole column at once. So I'm going to select the column by clicking on A, and then I'm going to go up to Format, go to Number, and you can see we can tell Sheets that we want it to be a particular type of number, scientific, financial, currency. No, we want it to be a date. But I want it to look a little different. I might want it, to look like this or actually have the month spelled out. So, unfortunately, hide that. Okay, sorry, something was in the way. I'm gonna go up to Format again, go to Number, and go all the way down to More Formats. You can see More Date and Time Formats. I'll click on that, and then you can find a choice that works for you. And I might want it to actually say the entire month spelled out. So I'll choose that one and hit apply. And then if we wanted to, we could have that wrap also. That's not wrapping. Okay, something to be learned for later. All right, so there we go. After that, we are going to add a kind of like a title. Although we have a title to our document, I want the title to appear right above the columns of the entire project. So we need to insert another row. So we'll go up here and we're going to choose row above. And I want to call this my practice Google Sheets. So practice Google Sheets assignment. But I don't like it stacked up like that in one cell. What I would rather do is have it span across this whole area here. So we can choose that, and then we want to tell Sheets that we want it to merge those cells together so they're not separated into each little individual square. So I think we do that by going up here to merge cells, and we'll merge horizontally like that. Okay, and since it's still highlighted, we can oops, Just change the size of that to make it a little taller if we like, and we can also center it in the middle. Ta-da! Right, you know how to do all of that yourself. And then the final thing that we're going to do today is, I think that's it actually. We're good. All right, so stay tuned for video 4 where we turn this information into graphs.